You're listening to a Prairie Punk House Companion right here on the Prairie Punk Press Network. The views expressed by any host or any guest on the Prairie Punk House Companion are the personal views or opinions of the people who express them and do not reflect the views or opinions of anyone else on the show or any company, employer, or any other organization that the individual expressing them has or will affiliate with in the past, present, or future. Hey everybody, let's do a Prairie Punk House Companion. We're now on episode 49. My name is Neckbone, and with me once again is...
Hi, I'm Jer Bear. I'm back from vacation. It was delightful. It
It,
was also really rude how cold it was when I got back.
yeah, it's today in Chicago, it was 5
Oh,
degrees.
really?
Yeah.
Saturday night, we played a show Saturday night and it was 13 degrees.
Mm.
So, pardon
Um,
my crunching. I am eating some pickle flavored Cheez-Its.
oh, that's cool.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. I am, well, I'm doing intermittent fasting, so my window has closed for the day.
Ah,
So there'll be no snacking, including tea at this
no
time.
tea
No
even.
tea. No.
What
Nope.
is this fasting business?
Uh,
Are
I've
you,
been well. I've been going to the gym in the mornings
oh, nice.
again. I'm trying to lose some weight, and the older you get, as you well know, the tougher
Mhm.
it gets to actually
That's
lose
the
weight.
truth.
So,
Yeah.
I also have arthritis in my feet,
Mm-hmm,
in my
mm-hmm,
hands, and my elbows, and my knees, pretty bad,
mm-hmm,
which is
mm-hmm,
common in my family.
hmm.
So this was not a surprise to me that this happened. It happened to my dad around this age. Happened to
Hmm.
my grandpa around this age. But apparently, according to my doctor, intermittent fasting can not only help with just weight loss, but also helps with inflammation in
Huh.
your hands and
How
feet.
about that?
So who knew? I didn't know. I'm not a
Yeah.
doctor,
Weird.
so I know. I know everybody thinks I'm a doctor
Wait, you are
because
a doctor.
I mean my rap name is Dr.
Whoa.
Crusher, which would be an
Doctor what?
awesome rap name for a Star Trek themed
Crusher?
rapper. Yeah, Dr. Crusher. You have to say Crusher. If you
Oh
say
yeah.
Crusher, Paramount will sue you. So
No, I thought you had two doctorates.
sure, yeah. One is in Funky Fresh Beats,
No, the
and
other doctorates you have.
I mean, you can't prove that I don't from an accredited hip hop university.
I mean, fair.
Uh-huh.
When I do think of Neckbone, I think of sick beats and dope rhymes.
Uh, Neckbone is my government name. All
Uh-huh.
right. My rap name is Dr. Crusher, and
Right.
I'm a Star Trek themed rapper. I'm gonna go on tour with Laserbeak, who's a Transformers themed rapper.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah. Also, I now own the rights to both of those names. So if any of you fuckers want to start rapping under those names, you have to start donating to our podcast and also like and subscribe and make other people do it too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Our friend Heather, she and I
Hmm.
came up with a electronic music duo.
Yeah.
Have I talked about this before?
Not that I'm aware of.
Uh, I was DJ Umlaut
Uh-huh.
and she was two dots over nothing
Nice.
because there
Nice.
were no letters for the umlaut to go over. So DJ
Hmm.
Umlaut and two dots over nothing.
Hmm.
We had a pretty good career in the early 2000s, but
Dude.
we drifted apart and went our separate ways, and now I'm pursuing uh, my second wave of punk rock,
Hmm.
and I think she's building speaker cabinets or something.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you could get the band back together, go on tour
yeah,
with your current band,
yeah.
and then I could open up for you guys with my hip hop act, me and
Yeah.
Laserbeak.
Sounds brilliant.
Hmm. Yeah.
Laser beak, like Beak,
Laserbeak. No,
beak.
Beak. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Laserbeak, but
Have
Laser with
you
an A
right,
so that
right, right.
Hasbro doesn't sue them.
Have you heard of Hate Beat?
No.
So it's a hardcore band
Oh, okay.
with that parrot doing vocals.
Oh, nice.
And it's a play on hate breed, but it's hate
Mm.
beak because it's a parrot doing the vocals.
Love it.
How long do you fast for?
16 hours. So
Mm,
I only eat food between 1 p.m. and 9 p.m.
that sounds terrible.
Yeah. It's not that bad. I mean, I really only skip breakfast, but I can still
Black
have coffee as
coffee?
long as it's black. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yep. Which
How
is
do you
how I drink my
typically drink
coffee
your
anyway.
coffee? Okay.
Black. Yep. Never put anything in it.
Yeah.
That's for you fancy pants, big city people.
You live in Chicago.
There's always a bigger city.
Mm, okay. Mexico
Hmm.
City.
Yeah. New York City. I think technically Toronto is slightly bigger than Chicago.
I wanna interject before we get back to what we were discussing before I hit record.
Hmm.
And that is just conservatives are so fucking wild with their complexes and their perpetual victimhood. It's bananas. So while I was on vacation, uh, this group, Facebook group, passed through my feed called Goths Against Cancel Culture.
Oh yeah, I've seen that group.
Mhm.
Yeah, funny.
So I wanted to talk shit, as I
Hmm.
do.
Yeah,
To do so, I had to join the group,
sure.
which I had to answer questions, and the questions were like, I don't know, something stupid, some woke bullshit, and anti-woke bullshit, I mean.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, wait, I thought that aren't they big free speech proponents? Why would
ah,
they try to censor you like that?
well, I'll get there. The
Mm.
questions to join the group, to be able to comment and have
Hmm.
free speech rights on their page,
Hmm.
you have to answer these questions. So my answers were, uh, fuck all Nazis, fuck all fascists. This group is fucking stupid. Uh, and that was good enough to get me joined. So
Cool.
I
It's a
spent
good vetting process.
I spent like a day trolling posts and talking shit. And then they banned me.
Hmm.
They canceled me. It was weird.
You got
It's weird how that
canceled.
I got canceled
When is
by
your
them.
when can we expect your Netflix special?
Oh, I don't get one. I was canceled.
No, I thought that was the next step. As you get canceled,
Oh,
you get a Netflix special.
maybe. We'll
Call
see.
Dave Chappelle. He'll
Yeah,
get in. He'll get you in
he'll
there.
get me in
Yeah.
there. But like there was so much like neo-Nazi bullshit on that page.
Hmm.
Like it was riddled
Hmm.
with neo-Nazi bullshit, uh, transphobic bullshit, homophobic
Hmm.
bullshit. It was wild. And somehow they claim to be goths. And like I would say counterculture wise, the goth scene, at least of the 90s, was even more open to LGBTQ people than punk
Yeah.
rock was. I'm
Yeah.
punk rock does have a misogyny problem
It's got a macho
sometimes.
problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think that the goth culture did, in my
No.
experience.
All the
So
all the
for
gay kids I knew, especially the gay men and bi men, they
mhm,
were all goths,
mhm,
like all of them, because that was the subgroup that they knew they were going to be safe in. And you're
yeah,
right, yeah, like punk, like we had a pretty good scene in Wichita, but there still were those aggro motherfuckers
mhm,
who were really homophobic, and
yeah,
I
yeah,
get why people didn't feel super comfortable
yeah.
all the time. Yeah.
I mean, I would say, and this is just a broad generalization. It's certainly not all oi punks
Hmm.
and street punks, but I would look at those two factions of punk rock and say that those are probably the most problematic. Um,
Yeah. Hmm.
I mean, GBH has said some really homophobic shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dropping
Waddy
hard
from
F
the
bombs.
right,
Yeah.
Waddy
Hmm.
from the Exploited is friends with neo-Nazis.
Yeah.
Uh, like
Fucking Bad Brains. Um, uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Talking shit
super
to
homophobic.
Big Boy
Yeah.
or whatever.
Hmm.
I don't remember. I think that's what the band was called. I forget.
Hmm.
But anyway. And HR is mentally ill. But again,
Yes.
uh I know lots of mentally ill people that don't drop the F slur.
Right.
So it's not really
Right.
an excuse.
I feel like, yeah, mentally ill is not an excuse for
Right.
sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia, any of those phobias,
Right.
anti-Semitism, you name it.
Mhm.
It's not, I don't know, I just don't think it's an excuse. I think we're
Yeah,
past that.
for
So,
sure. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I thought it was really funny.
hmm.
And like how conservatives really want to take ownership of countercultures because they're quote unquote anti-establishment and they view uh, popular media as the establishment, and
Hmm.
they somehow get it in their head that the media is pro transgender, which it's demonstrably not.
No, it's definitely not.
I mean,
Um,
there
we've
are,
only just now, recently, in the last like 5, maybe 10 years, a little bit, seen any kind of positive storytelling about just gay and lesbian people that
yeah,
wasn't
mhm,
exclusively made for gay and lesbian
right.
people.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
advertisers are more open to it because
mhm.
they understand that it's a segment of society that will spend money.
Right. They're trying to
So
sell a
they want to
product.
include them.
Yeah.
That's just capitalism
Right.
wanting to make the numbers go up.
Right. Well,
Uh,
and we've seen the whole, it's, they say go woke, go broke, but that's proven to not be true.
right,
I mean, look at just because this is in my head because I read something about her recently, but like Sydney Sweeney trying to double down on appealing to the MAGA crowd and realizing, oh right, those fuckers don't go see my movies, especially
right,
my art house flicks about a lesbian boxer.
right,
MAGA's not going to see that fucking movie,
right. So now she's trying
and
to backtrack, and it's fucking
right,
laughable.
she had the opportunity when she had that interview where that reporter asked her some super softball questions
Yeah.
of like, "Hey, maybe it's not a good idea." And by the way, that reporter was kissing her ass for most of that fucking interview.
Yep.
Like she wasn't some gotcha feminist reporter. She asked her some
Right.
super softball questions, giving her an opportunity to just disavow white supremacy. She could have said just about anything. She could have said, look, I wasn't talking about having superior genetics. The commercial was just meant to say, Sydney Sweeney's hot and here's some genes.
Yeah.
But we didn't mean it about, she could have said something like that.
Right.
And that would have appeased
I
90%
mean
of the angry
that
people.
is the plausible deniability route.
Right. Right. She could have just said that, but she opted to say, oh, if I have something to say, you'll know about it.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. You
Are you
will
going to come out
you I
sick
mean,
hiling? Like,
you said some shit in that ad and you're
right.
defending it and you're
And then she just said,
tacitly defending it by not saying anything.
the
You're
ad speaks
tacitly
for
defending
itself.
what they
Yeah.
think it
Right.
says.
She said the words, the ad speaks for
Yeah.
itself, meaning I'm cool with everything people think it's
Yeah.
saying.
Well,
That's what that means.
and
Like,
I mean,
and now,
she registered as a Republican in Florida before the 2024 election.
right. And
I mean, that
now,
says a lot.
because she knows most of her audience, most of her original audience were progressives and liberals
Hmm.
because she was on fucking, what's that
Euphoria.
show? Euphoria, that is about like LGBTQIA people and like it stars a black woman and a trans woman.
Hmm.
Like that's who the fucking audience is for that show. That's how you got your start.
Yeah.
And on other shows that were had a, similarly progressive or at the very least liberal audience.
Right.
I mean, she tried to play up to the MAGA crowd and it didn't work because the only reason they like you is because you're young and hot.
Yeah.
They're not going to see your movie about a lesbian boxer. They're not going to see your A24 fucking whatever. That's not who goes and sees those movies.
Right.
You might maybe if you get in real good with Kevin Sorbo and Dean Cain, they might get you into the fucking Christian movie industrial complex. Maybe cool.
Hmm.
You can do shit like that, make a few bucks. I think Gina Carano did that.
Yeah, she
She
sure
was in
did.
Ben Shapiro's fucking movie.
Oh
Um,
God.
yeah, I mean, it's just all like a big like circle jerk stroke fest between all those fuckers. But I mean, okay, maybe you can get into that. But like, I'm sorry, like this is just I'll be the first to say men suck, but conservative men really fucking suck. I'm sorry,
Oh yeah.
honey. As soon as you turn 40, they don't give a fuck about you anymore. They won't give a fuck about you.
No.
While you're young and hot, they will keep feeding that ego. They won't be feeding your
Hmm.
coffers. They won't be seeing your movies,
Hmm.
but they'll feed your ego, and then you'll hit 35, 40 years old
Hmm.
and they'll stop paying attention to you.
Yeah.
And you'll think, man, I used to have an acting career. I wonder why I'm not doing that anymore. Oh, well, I guess I'll go be in this movie with Dean Cain. You can be in God's Not Dead 16.
I just gotta jump in on that.
Mm,
In Oklahoma, there was I believe it was a psychology class,
hmm.
uh,
Oh, yeah.
a
Yeah.
college class, and a student wrote a paper and got a failing grade on it because uh, it wasn't well written. It had too much personal bias and things like that because she basically said that um, God is the answer to everything, and people need
Yeah.
to seek spiritual guidance and blah 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 blah
Right.
blah 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 blah
It
blah.
was about
And there was
gender, like it was about like, yeah, like gender
mhm.
studies or something. And she basically said, like, there's only two genders because God.
Well, no, there was there the topic wasn't even about that.
Oh, yeah.
It was a psychology class, and
Yeah.
they
Well, I read parts of it. It really was just
she did
using
bring
like,
that up. She did
yeah.
bring that stuff up, but
Hmm.
it was completely off topic to what the paper was supposed to be about, and that's why she got a poor grade.
Right. Well, then she didn't cite anything except
Right,
the Bible. She
the
used the
Bible.
Bible to cite
Mhm.
the Bible.
Right. Uh, so she got a
And not
failing
even any
grade,
specific books in the
and
Bible. She just said Bible
right,
without even citing where in the fucking Bible.
and it was a new teacher or a student teacher. I don't remember what
Assistant professor.
assistant professor.
So,
Yeah, and they were
yeah.
fired. The
Hmm.
school caved and fired this teacher. But last I
Hmm.
heard, the students rallied around the teacher, that
Hmm.
professor, and are trying to get them rehired.
Yeah.
I think that student was a plant to do
Yeah.
just that. And it's almost exactly the plot of the first God's Not Dead movie.
It is. Yeah. You go
Uh,
in there, and the professor, played by Hercules himself, Kevin
TV's
Sorbo,
Hercules.
yeah, it says, I want you to write God is dead on a piece of paper,
Mm.
and that's your
I'm
first
not gonna
assignment.
do it.
And I'm like, I went to college. I went to grad school too.
Mm. Yep.
Uh, I cannot imagine for the life of me a professor requiring their students to write God is dead on a piece of paper or they'd get a failing grade. That professor would be fired by even the most liberal of institutions.
But Neckbone, he wasn't really an atheist. He was just angry at God because his
Right.
wife died.
Right.
I think it
Yeah.
was his wife. I don't remember. I've never seen that piece of
I
shit.
thought it was his mom.
I thought it was his wife or his
I don't
daughter
know.
or
Somebody
some
died.
family member died.
Right. So he
And
hates
so
God.
he was mad at God.
Yeah.
He
Well, I
wasn't
get
really an
that.
atheist.
I get that from my family. I've gotten that from my people in my family recently of them saying things like, I wish you would find a way to love God again. And I'm like, it's not that I hate God in the same
Just
way that
don't
like
think there
I
is
mean
one.
I think God is a villainous character, but I
Mhm.
also don't hate Emperor Palpatine. I think he's a villainous character, but I don't think he exists.
Right.
So I don't hate him. I don't
Right.
hate Serpentor from G.I. Joe because Serpentor doesn't. I don't hate Megatron because I
Mhm.
don't think he exists either. I think he's a villainous character, and I think he's
Yeah,
written
yeah.
that way, just the way
Uh-huh.
like I think God is also a villainous character and is written that way.
Well, I don't think he's written intentionally that way. I think
That's true.
if you have critical thinking skills, often it appears that way.
Sure.
But
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I also think that the true hero of the story is probably Megatron or even the far superior Galvatron.
Ah,
So let's
yeah.
all worship him. And he
Yeah.
was voiced by Leonard Nimoy anyway. So
Is Nimoy still alive? Or did
no,
he
no, he
die?
died in like 2016.
Okay, I don't remember these
Yeah, yeah,
things.
yeah. No, the Transformers movie came out in like 85,
Yeah, I know that.
86, 85, 86. The last
Shatner's
movie
still going
Orson
though.
Welles was in, Orson Welles died 2 months after they wrapped,
Nice.
and they
I
said
bet
that
he was a
they could.
huge pain in the ass on set.
Have you seen his wine commercial?
Yes.
The taste of French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There's a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. Paul Masson's superb taste shouldn't be too surprising. This champagne doesn't come from France, but it was created by a man who did, Paul Masson. Paul Masson will sell no wine before it's time.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna add a clip. I'm gonna add the clip of the
Do it.
wine commercial
It's
because
good times.
every time, every time the anything about France or French or the French come up, I think of that clip because it just goes,
Uh-huh.
French.
Action Orson, please.
He doesn't do anything?
No, sorry, cut. Yeah, rolling. 102, take two.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So
Cut.
Paul Masson.
102, take three. Action, please.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So
Cut.
Paul Masson.
Fucking hammered already. So they apparently the way so they shot it and they couldn't use any of his audio. They had to have I think they had to have a voice actor come in and pretend to be his voice. So it's not even his voice. They just dubbed it over the
Love it.
actor
Yeah.
and they had to keep cutting away to other actors because they couldn't like they had like 3 seconds of usable footage tops of like like between shots of like him like pouring the wine and like looking at something and then they have to like keep cutting away because
Yeah.
there's not more than 3 solid seconds of him like holding his shit together. I I am so sad that I never got to work with Orson Welles.
Yeah. Yeah. You did get to work with Karen Black.
I did get to work with Karen Black and Mike Patton.
Yeah, and Mike
So,
Patton.
oh right, right. Rob Reiner was
Brutally murdered last night.
brutally murdered. Him and his wife brutally murdered, um, allegedly by his son, as far as we know right now. It just happened
Mhm.
like today, I think.
He's been
Um,
he's been arrested. Nick Reiner
mhm, mhm,
had addiction issues.
mhm,
His folks kicked him out because he wouldn't go to rehab and get his shit together. He got
mhm.
his shit together. They worked on a movie together called something Christopher. I don't know.
I know what you're thinking. Who is this kid with the silver spoon in his mouth, and why does he keep cooking heroin in it? Total waste of a good utensil.
Sort of inspired by Nick's life up to
Mhm,
that point, and he seemed like he was getting better. And then
mhm,
I guess he took a turn for the worse and was back out on the street maybe and wound up
mhm.
murdering them last night.
Yeah. And there were like people at the house.
I was watching the Vanguard
Mhm,
today, uh,
mhm.
their Kansas City political podcast. I would like to talk to them at some point, see if we could
Yeah. The
discuss some things with
crossover
them. Yeah,
everybody's been waiting for.
literally
Everybody.
everyone.
Mhm.
People have been telling me how much they want that
Mhm.
crossover to happen.
It'll happen eventually.
Anyway, I heard on there that Larry David and somebody else was at the house when it happened, um,
Mhm.
which sounds just horrible.
That's wild.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then Trump had stuff to say about it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Trump
Uh,
made it about him. He said that
yeah.
Rob Reiner
I
was killed because he had Trump derangement syndrome.
Here. Where's my phone at? A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling, but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. That was all, that was just two sentences. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace.
This is, I mean, I couldn't write something better about like if I were writing a like a dictator in a movie of some like weird despotic country, that's a lot of the language they'd be using in my script.
Yeah,
Um, that's there's there's no way this is our reality. That's from a fucking video game, right?
I
Is
don't
it,
even think somebody could come up with that. It's
that's from one
literally
of the Far Cries or something. I don't know.
stranger
Like,
than fiction.
yeah, it is.
Um, it is bananas. And I
Mhm.
just imagine the reaction conservatives would have if somebody
Mhm.
had written something even close to that about Charlie Kirk.
Right.
People got fired from their jobs for posting quotes of
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk. Like he literally said things and people posted them and lost their jobs.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating people be canceled. I
No.
actually care about free speech,
Right. But if you
unlike
want to just post some Rob Reiner quotes, that's fine. I think that's a fine thing to do.
uh well, he wasn't a fucking bigot as
Right.
far as I
I
know.
can't imagine getting mad at just posting Rob Reiner quotes.
Um
I'll have what she's having.
yeah. Anybody want a peanut?
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
No.
No, Larry David wrote that.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. Wild fucking behavior.
Hmm.
But I mean, it's not a surprise, I guess. I mean, we're in the darkest timeline, so it's hard to be surprised by much of anything anymore. Well,
You don't have to post about Rob, or if you do, just be like, Rob Reiner made some good movies. We disagreed on a lot of stuff politically, but I'm sad he's dead.
I understand why people talk shit on Charlie Kirk. He put a lot of hateful rhetoric into the world. I
Right.
struggle to think of any hateful rhetoric Rob Reiner put into the world.
Yeah.
I mean, he made comedy movies.
Right. Princess Bride, one of my favorite movies
Yeah.
still.
This is Spinal Tap, When Harry Met Sally. So he was a liberal.
Hmm.
And like I'm not defending liberals. I'm not a fucking liberal, but
Right.
like he wasn't spreading hate. Charlie Kirk was demonstrably spreading hate, hateful
Right.
rhetoric. So I
That's
can see
why,
why people
yeah.
would say shit about Charlie. Like he fucked
Hmm.
around, he found out, sucks to suck. Like you put hate in the world, you get hate back. But
Right.
I don't, whatever. Just because he didn't like Donald Trump, so
Right. Yeah.
apparently that merits that fucking truth social post. It's
Right.
fucking wild.
Yeah. I
Whatever.
mean, we are getting, because he is such a great president, we are getting the Arc de Trump in Washington,
Hmm,
D.C.
hmm,
Did you
hmm,
see that?
hmm.
Because Paris has one, so
Yeah,
why the fuck don't we have one?
right.
We won more wars than they did, sort of.
Yeah.
Not
I
really,
mean,
actually.
yeah, it's
No,
really
actually,
good to
fuck, we
focus
didn't.
on that when
Yeah.
healthcare premiums are about to double,
Don't worry about
triple,
that.
quadruple.
Don't worry about that. That's that.
Mm.
Don't be distracted by that. We're getting an Arc de Trump. That's so
Oh,
much more important.
I remember the other thing we were talking about that we wanted to wait on.
Mm.
Uh, I saw a push notification on my phone that
Hmm.
Trump was classifying fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction.
Right.
And I think that that is just to
Hmm.
further build consent for war with Venezuela, even though no fentanyl comes from Venezuela.
Right. Well, and I don't think he understands what a weapon of mass destruction
Yeah.
is. Like in the same way that he doesn't understand what terrorism is because you can't be a narco terrorist because they don't have a political ideology that they are committing terror on behalf of. They're just trying to make money. I mean, they're capitalists,
If he does that, he could go to war with Mexico,
right?
with
Well, I mean, he
China,
wants to. Well, they
with
want their,
Venezuela, even though nothing comes from Venezuela, with
right.
Colombia, even
Well,
though,
Colombia is next after Venezuela. That's
yeah, yeah.
what they're gearing up for. That's
Hmm.
why he's talking shit
Yeah.
on Colombia's president.
Well,
Um,
Colombia's president has some fucking zingers towards Trump too that I think are really great.
yeah,
And they have a leftist government, and
yeah.
America
So does,
loves to crush
yeah.
Latin American
Mhm.
left governments.
Well, Mexico has I'd say like a progress. I think their president's probably close to like a Bernie Sanders
Yeah,
type,
yeah.
like so mildly left, but
Hmm.
according to the Trump administration, probably just a straight up communist,
Right.
according to them.
Well, they don't
Uh,
know what words mean, but yeah.
fucking down. She's like a Nordic model progressive,
Right.
which I mean, I would take that at this
Sure.
point.
Yeah, I mean that's a
Um,
really good compromise.
sure.
Um,
Hmm.
while we're talking about compromise, democratic socialism,
Hmm.
social democrats, that is not socialism. Socialism is not when the government does stuff. Having a fire department is not socialism. Having roads and
Right.
bridges is not socialism.
Hmm.
That's the government doing stuff. Socialism is when the workers own the means of production.
Hmm.
That's what socialism means. It's as simple
Yeah.
as that.
Yeah.
When workers own the means of production. That's
Hmm.
it. And that leads to, I mean, communism is a form of socialism. Anarchism is a form of socialism. It's
Hmm.
under the broad umbrella of socialism, which is workers owning the means of production. Stop conflating governments doing stuff with socialism.
Right.
That's like democratic socialists and social democrats conflated that word, and it does actual leftists no fucking favors.
Hmm.
But
Right.
anyway, I'm off my
Yeah.
soapbox now.
Right. Yeah.
I
New
just had to get that
Deal
out.
progressivism, while better than what we have, it's not socialism.
No, no,
Um,
it saved capitalism from an actual socialist
right.
movement
Well,
in the United States.
that was the goal, was to save
Right.
capitalism.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah,
they did it.
yeah. And FDR was not the class trader that everybody thought he was.
Hmm.
He was a rich man and he was preserving power
Right.
because actual power and actual capitalism in the United States was threatened
Hmm.
by a strong leftist movement.
Yeah. That
He
was about to
was controlled
just really
opposition.
pop off.
Right.
Yeah.
He was controlled opposition that preserved capitalism and the power of the owner class.
Right. That's also why we demonized the USSR after World War II.
Right.
Once they stopped being a useful ally, we were just like, well, shit, we can't have anybody liking communism.
Right.
Oof. I
That's why
mean,
that's why we crushed any socialist regime
right.
ever.
Stalin during World War II was called Uncle Joe by
Right.
Americans. Like we
Yeah.
fucking loved him.
Yeah. Well, because he
I
stopped the Nazis.
Right. I remember my grandpa telling me stories about how like they used to like speak. He was in the army, in during World War II, and he was like, "Yeah, we used to love the Russians.
Mhm.
Like we
Yeah.
fucking
Well, they saved
always
our
talking
asses in
about."
World War II.
Right. Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't America that stopped the Nazis.
Hmm.
It was
Right.
Russia.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fucking tanky. I'm not here to defend Stalin. I'm
No.
anti-authoritarian. And,
No.
you know,
Absolutely not. I'm not a fan of Joseph
Stalin
Stalin.
Stalin was an authoritarian
Yeah.
and basically ruined the communist project there
Hmm.
by solidifying his own power and
Yeah.
doing communism the wrong way.
Right.
Dictator of the proletariat means dictator of the proletariat, not hey, I'm a dictator now.
Hmm.
Like the
Right.
people are supposed to run the government, not an authoritarian, And that's, I mean, there's a lot of
Well,
left
and
infighting, and
yeah.
tankies will defend Stalin,
Well,
Maoists will
Stalin is
defend Mao,
a
and
lot of tankies. I don't know if it's a lot, but some tankies and Stalinists, modern tankies and Stalinists within the United States actually like Trump.
yeah.
Like that's kind of they're like,
Well,
well, I
I
don't like
mean,
his, I don't like his, so some of his politics, but I do like the way he's an authoritarian. Like,
yeah,
was that Caleb Maupin fucking
yeah.
guy?
Fuck that
Like,
guy.
he
Also,
fucking loves Trump.
yeah. Well, he's a fucking fascist, dude. He's
Yeah.
not on the left.
Yeah. He calls himself a
He
communist.
pretends to be a communist. Jackson
Yeah.
Hinkle's the same way.
Hmm.
I don't know if you know who that is, but I was watching Hinkle for a little while
Hmm.
in 2020, and then he started getting way too tanky for me, and then he just got straight up homophobic and anti-Semitic. Like that dude fucking sucks. And to claim that he's on the left at all is fucking
Which
wild.
doesn't make any sense. To be on the left. Now, I I don't get to make the rules, and
Mhm.
I've not been appointed gatekeeper of the left, uh, as far as I know. If
Oh,
anybody would like to give me that.
every leftist is a gatekeeper of the left.
But in my opinion, if you are not a humanist, you cannot be a real leftist. It is
Yeah,
not possible.
yeah,
You have to have deep humanism and empathy to
mm,
be a real leftist. And
yeah,
I will fucking gatekeep that. I won't gatekeep, you know, whatever, the weird, like minute differences that we have with
hmm,
other leftists.
hmm,
I know a lot of us do that.
hmm.
Um,
I
but
mean, I think left unity is really, really important. I
yeah,
mean, my dividing line is capitalism. Like, if you're
mhm,
anti-capitalism, you're on the left.
yeah,
And there are leftist authoritarians. That doesn't make them fascist. Fascist is a
right.
right wing. Fascism is a right wing ideology, 100%.
Hmm.
There can still be authoritarians on the left. That's Joseph Stalin.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, to be a true ally on the left, I would say that yes, humanism is very, very, very important.
Hmm.
I hear people say that yeah, we need an authoritarian to force leftism upon people, right, anti-capitalism to the proletariat because they won't accept it otherwise. I think that's bad praxis.
I think, I think
Because we need to
when,
be building a coalition,
right.
not forcing people. And maybe that's the pacifist in me, but
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, I agree. I don't think you're going to win anybody over by forcing them to do anything.
right.
I think leftist ideas uh, speak for themselves,
I would
and I
agree.
think that when you don't use scary words like communist or socialist,
Mhm.
if you just lay out, hey, here's how I think that we could have universal health care,
Right.
and just lay out the actual plan, people, even in, we're from fucking Kansas, we're from
Mhm.
Rectangle State Alley, people like middle of the country Bible Belt people are like, wow, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 2 weeks ago, the special election in Tennessee,
Hmm.
Democratic Socialist candidate
Hmm.
got within 8 points of a
In a
Republican.
deep red.
That
Yeah.
district went 22 points for Donald Trump in
Yeah.
2024. So to have that big of gains in
Hmm.
Tennessee says something about
Yeah.
left adjacent ideas. And it's not on the left because it's not anti-capitalist, but it's the Nordic model. It's democratic socialism, which is, better than neoliberalism for sure.
Right. Yeah. And
And
people,
because they're actually offering things. They actually
right.
have a platform to stand on, whereas Democrats are
They don't offer anything.
they're still just saying we're not Trump. Like,
Yeah.
okay, great.
Yeah.
What like
Harris
I
wants to
am
run again
I
in the
know.
next election.
I have I have made the decision that I'm not going to vote for anyone that doesn't offer actual
Yeah.
material benefits to the people.
Now, if Harris came out and said, "I am adopting a fully progressive platform," and gave a list of advisors and people she was going to put in prominent positions that were actual progressives, then I'd probably vote for her. I'd go, "Okay,
Maybe.
all right, yeah." But I don't think that's going to happen. I think she's going to, try to continue to be a fence sitter and be a cop and,
Hmm.
and just offer nothing but being not Trump.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I think that the 2016 and 2024 elections have proven that that's not enough.
That's not enough. No. I mean,
Um,
I mean, 2026 will be a good year for Democrats
mhm.
just because Trump's numbers are in the fucking shitter, like
Yeah, and they know it.
lowest of any president, I think, ever.
Yeah,
So Democrats don't have to do anything and they're
right.
going to pick up
Lower,
gains. But if
yeah,
they offer anything, they're going to have huge numbers. So,
right.
I mean, I'm I fucking hate Democrats, but like if they offer any material benefits to people,
Hmm.
I mean, it'll be huge.
Look
But
at
I don't think they will.
look at
I don't think they
Obama
have it
just
in them.
walking into the White House post Bush.
Yeah,
Bush at that time was probably the least popular president we'd ever had,
to that
and now
point.
Trump's even less popular than
Yeah,
that. And Obama just waltzed right
yeah.
in '08.
Do you think Trump will make it to the end of his term?
I think he will.
You think he
I think he
will?
will. He's got some of the best healthcare in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got doctors on call 24/7.
Hmm.
You know, he has the type of healthcare that everybody deserves to have.
Right. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
I
You've
don't
got
know. I'm on
people
the fence.
on fucking GoFundMe trying to get money so they can get a brain tumor removed and shit,
Yeah.
so they can afford cancer drugs and,
Well, I mean, if they keep doing illegal shit and if his numbers keep dropping even with Republicans,
yeah.
uh I could see potentially an impeachment. I mean, just because he's doing so much blatantly illegal shit. And
He is.
if he
But
loses
he's
the Republican Party support,
Yeah.
which
I mean,
he
he's
might,
consolidating so much power though. He's
yeah,
consolidating more power every day.
true.
And he still has the Supreme Court
So,
still has his back.
yeah, that's true.
So,
So I heard that one of the companies building the East Wing
mhm.
also has defense contracts,
Oh, probably.
and that like
I know
this,
Palantir does.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So here's tinfoil hat time, conspiracy wildness.
Mhm.
The East Wing is going to be a bunker for 2028, so that he will stay in if he loses the election to not
Yeah,
cede power.
right. Um,
I don't actually believe that, but I, you know, nothing is
I
impossible in this darkest timeline.
I do think, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, and this is assuming that he lives
Right.
till the next election.
Hmm.
I think he will either one suspend elections for some reason,
Hmm.
because we're going to be at war. So, um, and two, even if we have elections, I mean they're going to be rigged.
Hmm.
But even if he still loses,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't think he's gonna. I think he's gonna have to be taken out of the White House.
Hmm.
Like
Have you
people are gonna have
seen
to
that?
carry him out.
Have you seen that movie with what's his name? Uh, fucking hell, Ron Swanson. What's the actor's name?
Oh, Nick Offerman.
Yeah, Nick Offerman, where he plays the president who doesn't cede power after an election, and there's like a civil war. Is that called Civil War? Might be called Civil War.
Oh, yeah, I never did see that. Yeah,
Becky and I watched it. It's really heavy-handed, but I mean,
yeah,
that's kind of interesting given the political climate right now.
right. It's an interesting concept. I did hear that it doesn't that it goes out of its way to not take political sides, but it's like I mean
Just,
you
I
kind of
mean,
you kind of have to.
yeah, yeah.
because they make it unclear like who would be right wing and who would be left wing.
Yeah.
They try to leave it
I
vague
mean,
on
it is
purpose.
it is vague on purpose, but we all get it. Um,
Right. Hmm.
it's not great, but it is certainly interesting that
Yeah.
that was made right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I mean I just finished Handmaid's Tale finally yesterday.
reading it or watching it?
Watching it. I read the book. Well, I guess there's a second book now, but I read the 1985, 86, whatever year it came out.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
read that book in high school, I
Oh, really?
think.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think so. Or early college.
What'd you think of the series?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I think it's a lot different than I remember the book being, but
yeah.
that's pretty common.
How
But
do
I
you
still enjoyed it. But
how do you feel about Elizabeth Moss being a Scientologist while also portraying a character subjugated by religious doctrine?
it's it's interesting that she made it through 5 seasons of that without going, oh, there's some parallels here.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. That
Although
irony
Scientology is
wasn't
not really
lost on
something
me.
you can leave.
Right.
Leah Remini left
Yeah.
famously,
Mhm.
and they've basically tried to make her life a living hell ever
Yeah.
since. So I would not be surprised if Elizabeth Moss does not believe in any of that shit, but just feels like she can't leave.
Perhaps. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think that the show kind of went off the rails and
Hmm.
like was just searching for ways to mistreat the
Hmm.
women in the
Yeah,
series.
yeah, for
Like
sure.
it got a little tedious and
Hmm.
tiresome and like miserable to watch. And I mean, I get that part of the point of it is that like
Yeah,
we're like women especially have a hard time in the United States. I
hmm,
mean, I can try and empathize with that as a man. It's
yeah,
difficult. I don't know what it's like to be a woman, obviously,
right.
but it's almost like torture porn.
Yeah,
Um, it's just
it is.
so brutal and
Hmm.
cruel for the sake of being cruel, and it's to make a point that to me anyway is
Hmm.
obvious. I don't know that it needs to be that cruel
Yeah,
to its characters, and it just is, and it's unrelenting. So I have a
it
hard
is.
time with it. I didn't enjoy. I watched to the end. But
Yeah.
I did not enjoy it at
I didn't
all.
find the end to be very satisfying. And
No.
I know they're setting it up to have a sequel series because there's a
Hmm.
sequel book that
Hmm.
came out in like 2018, 2019, something like that.
Yeah.
Um, so I know that they're setting it up for that. But yeah, I didn't find the ending to be very satisfying. And the one thing I did like was the character Serena, the
Hmm.
character who was Mrs. Waterford, the
Hmm.
the main wife from the beginning. Like how she just keeps doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome.
Yeah.
She keeps going back to
Well,
Gilead and she keeps thinking, I can make some reforms. Oh, I can marry this guy and
right.
he's not going to be like my last husband. Then he immediately becomes like her last husband.
But
Like,
so does Elizabeth Moss character.
yeah,
You know, she keeps
that's
going
true.
back to try and
I
change
mean,
things and help things. I mean, she's trying to start
yes,
a revolution,
she's trying to start a
but
revolution. She's not trying to like make reform. Like to me, Serena is like your
she's a
standard
liberal.
liberal.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Of just like I'll just keep doing this and eventually, they'll just they'll let me do these reforms and they'll just be nice to me.
Right.
I'll
Yeah.
change the system from the
Be
inside.
I'll be one of the good ones and they'll like
Yeah,
me.
right.
And that's not how fascism works.
Now.
Because you're only a good one as long as you're useful.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I took several years off from watching it just because I kind of
Hmm.
lost interest. But then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I should just finish it. So I
Hmm.
watched the last 2 seasons just this year.
I guess I didn't realize that that was the season finale or series
Hmm.
finale.
Yeah. And
Um,
now they're gonna. I think the new series is called The Testaments. It's supposed to take place like 15 years after the events of this. And
yeah.
I'm gonna guess. I don't know. I've not read anything about it, and I never
Hmm.
read the book, The
Hmm.
Testaments, because the name of the book is also The Testaments.
Hmm.
Um, I'm going to guess that it will probably the protagonist will probably be uh
One of the
um
kids.
yeah, Elizabeth Moss's daughter, who
Hmm.
Hannah, the one who's
Yeah.
still in Gilead,
Right.
the one that they never freed. I'm
Right.
going to guess it's going to be her 15 years later.
Yeah.
And she's probably
Could
going to
be.
be like a prominent wife within Gilead or something like that.
Yeah. Could be.
Hmm. That's my guess. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I don't think I'll watch it.
I mean,
I
I'll
don't. It
probably
was.
basically I decided to watch the last two seasons when I ran out of other stuff to
Mhm.
watch. And I was like, I'll finish Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Sure. There was some stuff I liked about it. Um, I liked Bradley Whitford's character a lot.
Yeah. I mean, there were a lot of.
Hmm.
There was a lot interesting in it, and I think it was good
Yeah.
overall. It was just brutal, and I don't know if I'm like maybe I'm just more
Right.
sensitive towards
Oh,
that kind of thing than I used to be.
yeah. My wife won't
Um,
watch it. She doesn't
yeah,
like watching it. Like she's watched a few episodes, but
mhm,
as she says, shit's too real.
yeah.
Like don't need to see it on TV.
But now that we have just given our review of Handmaid's Tale, uh, I
I'll probably cut a few
decided
chunks of that out.
we decided that we should dip our toes back into punk rock since this is supposed to be a punk rock podcast, and we're
Hmm.
gonna start reviewing some records that were important to us or that we think are important or that we just
Yeah.
like. And
Hmm.
also, I made a post today asking for your recommendations of things that we should review, and I've already gotten a handful of those. So, and somebody asked what genre,
Hmm.
and I said punk or punk adjacent, but what that
Yeah.
means is open to interpretation. Like if
Right.
you make a suggestion of something that's not, you know,
Hmm.
quote unquote punk rock, but
Right.
is
Like,
interesting enough or
or
fits
is
the
like, yeah,
like
kind of,
like there's a lot of hip hop that even though it's not in the genre punk rock has the same revolutionary ideals and
right.
shit. I mean, hip hop is pretty fucking punk rock in my
It
opinion.
is.
So,
Yeah.
we're open to a lot,
Like
but
we've talked
yeah,
about that before,
yeah, for sure.
The Coup, Boots
Hmm.
Riley.
Fuck yeah,
They're not a punk band, but they have punk rock attitude. Boots
fuck
Riley
yeah,
is he's a fucking punk rocker, whether
yeah,
he thinks he is or not.
for sure.
So, um, yeah. So like, yeah, if somebody was like, you should review The Coup, like their one of their albums, like, yeah,
Mm,
okay, sure, yeah, we'll do that.
yeah,
If it's something that's so obscure that we can't find it, please send it to us.
yeah, yeah.
If it's something that's like, somebody's like fucking split record that was released by a local band to Bayonne, New Jersey in
Hmm.
1996, like we're not going to be able to find that. If you have it, send it to us.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So,
rip it and send it MP3 or something.
right, yeah.
I think kind of circling back to where we started, um, just to demonstrate the point that punk rock has always been political. The first thing I'm going to review, my first choice is going to be Feeding of the 5,000 because
Hmm.
they came out in 1978, which is 3-ish years into the burgeoning punk rock genre, and that
Yep.
is an overtly political record that
Hmm.
is completely about leftist politics.
Yep.
And
That's
I
Crass
just,
for
yeah,
anyone who doesn't know.
Crass,
Yeah.
Feeding of the 5,000,
Hmm.
their first record. It came out a year after Nevermind the Bollocks. This is
Hmm.
the Sex Pistols. So, a lot of people hold up the Sex Pistols as the band that started it all. And no, and there
Yeah.
were overtly political bands around at the same time. I mean, even the Clash was more political than the Sex Pistols, and they
Right.
were
Yeah.
around first.
Right.
So that's my
There
first
was
pick.
plenty of punk bands before the Sex Pistols.
So yeah, that'll be my first pick, the first thing that we'll review. And I think how we're gonna do it is we're each gonna pick one
Yep.
and we'll both review it similar maybe to how we do our movie reviews. I don't know if we'll get into how to make it better or whatever, but like the rating scale, I don't know. We'll figure it out, but
We'll figure it out. We'll play it by ear.
yeah.
Yeah. The first album I'm going to pick was, as far as I can remember anyway, the first overtly political album I ever owned on vinyl, which I think I still have that copy to this day, is Propagandi's Less Talk, More Rock, which
Hell
is an
yeah.
equally political album, but it's a very different style of punk.
Yeah.
And that came out in 94,
96,
96.
I
Yeah.
believe 96.
Okay. How to Clean Everything was 94, I think.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Which I love How to Clean Everything too, but How to Clean
Yeah.
Everything wasn't as overtly political as Let's Talk More Rock, the very ironically named Let's Talk More Rock.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, How to Clean Everything had some very political songs on it, but it also had some silly shit on there too. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, they were a skate punk band.
yeah, yeah.
Like that's
From Canada,
yeah, from Winnipeg, I think.
Winnipeg, yeah.
Yeah. Um, and I think we've probably told this story on the podcast before. That's who we were supposed to go see live in Lawrence, Kansas on September 11th, 2001.
Yep, at the
Uh,
bottleneck.
at the Bottleneck, the show was canceled and they hightailed it back to Winnipeg,
Yeah.
which I
Oh,
can't blame them.
did you hear? Do you remember Michael from La Familia, right? One of the
Yeah.
owners.
Hmm.
He passed away
Oh,
a couple
shit.
weeks ago. Yeah, Andy IY and I talked about it when we were kicking it in
Mm,
Lawrence together.
that sucks.
Which
Yeah.
that's another thing. Andy IY agreed to be a guest on the podcast, so
Oh, cool. Yeah, we
maybe
definitely
we
have
should
her.
try
Yeah.
and make that happen next episode,
Yeah, that
perhaps.
works. Let's do
So
that.
Andy IY, if you're listening, get ready.
Hmm.
You're going to be a guest,
Yeah.
and I'm so excited to talk to you.
Yeah. We'll have ramen. We can all eat ramen.
Mm, that was
Well,
some
I
good
can't.
ass ramen.
That was some good ass ramen. We
Mhm.
all got ramen in Lawrence.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we have a picture. Did you put a picture up of us?
Yes, I
Okay.
did. Yeah, it's there.
Sweet. Hmm.
Next time you're in Wichita,
Hmm.
I'll take you to a ramen place in my town, my
Hmm.
suburb, that is probably the best ramen I've ever had.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
like I would have guessed it would have been like downtown somewhere.
Nope. It
Yeah.
is about a mile from my house.
Oh, nice.
It is fucking good.
Yeah. I wouldn't have expected that from your town.
Right. I wouldn't have
Hmm.
either, but it's there and it's good.
Hmm. Nice.
Yeah. We have
There's
some good ramen here too. Johnny
yeah.
brought it up on last episode when I was not here
Hmm.
about the ramen place that I took him to. It
Yeah.
was real good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. It was a blast hanging out with Johnny for an episode. Yeah. I hope that I would like him to do his own podcast and hope
Hell
he
yeah.
does follow through with that. But yeah, friend of the show, had a great time.
Um,
He'll fill in for me whenever I can't make it.
anything we could do to help
Hmm.
further mutual aid projects would be fucking
Right.
great. And I mean, I think that's I don't remember what he called it, but like it's a really good idea. Teaching people how to, do carpentry, how to do HVAC,
Right.
teaching people how to, share knowledge with one another about,
Hmm.
shit like that.
Because
Because
I
at the
can
end
do
of the day,
basic
we're
shit.
all we
Yeah.
have,
Right.
we cannot count on the government to take care of us, especially right now,
No, no. Well,
and
we need to
self-defense classes, like
right. We need
learn how to
to
take a
build
punch,
these.
learn how to throw a punch.
We need to do to create these kind of parallel structures.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, not because, and it's not because we, are, expecting that we're going to make our own government to take over or anything like that. But this is to fill in the gaps. This
Yeah,
is a redundancy that's
yeah,
needed when our increasingly shrinking support structure just fails and
right.
will continue to fail.
Yeah,
We step in as a community, and yeah,
right.
I like your idea of self-defense. Um, I like to go shooting.
Hmm.
I am, I think I've mentioned this before. I am pro leftists having firearms.
Oh yeah.
I know that there's going to be people who disagree with me on that. I know plenty who do.
Yeah.
Um, but
I mean,
uh,
I am still a pacifist at heart,
mhm,
but I
yeah,
also believe in self-defense.
right.
I'm not advocating a violent revolution by any means.
No.
I think that's a bad idea. And you can call me idealistic all you want. I don't
Hmm.
think that is the way to do it. I think hearts and minds and
Right.
building community is the way to do it.
Right.
But I also think it's important, especially for the marginalized and minorities, to be able to protect themselves because even less than us fucking white guys,
Hmm.
they can rely on police even less than we can,
Right. Well, and
you know?
I was having a conversation with Mr. Power about this of like, in the movies you see somebody disarm somebody and they like grab their firearm and like take it apart in 3 seconds. The only way you know how to do shit like that is by actually fucking doing it.
Right.
Like you
Yeah.
don't have to go out and like if you don't like guns, you don't like shooting, like that's fine. You don't have to shoot, but figure out how a firearm works. It's a machine.
Yeah.
Like any other machine, it can be taken apart. Figure out how it's taken apart. Watch YouTube videos about it. They have YouTube
Hmm.
videos where they will any firearm you can think of, they will show you how to take it apart piece by piece.
Hmm.
And if you have a chance to get your hands on one, you don't even have to buy any rounds or ammo.
Hmm.
Just take it apart, put it back together, take it apart, put it back together, take it apart again, put it back together. Muscle memory.
Hmm.
It's really important to know how to protect yourself, even if
Hmm.
you are a pacifist and you are not planning
Right.
on firing a single round. You don't have to, but
Right.
know how to defend yourself.
Yeah. I think it's really fucking important.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, and I mean, it's debatable whether or not having a gun in your house when you have
Mm-hmm.
small children is a good idea or not. I
Yeah.
think it can be done responsibly, and I
Mm-hmm.
think loads of people do it responsibly.
Yeah.
But you have to know how to be responsible with it also. Like you
Right. It's
you
it's not a
have to
toy.
know what to do to be responsible. You have to know how to unload it. You have to know how to shoot it. You have to know proper safety
The the first
with a
the
weapon.
first the first lesson is treat every single firearm that you touch as if it's loaded and the
Yeah,
safety's off.
absolutely.
So watch for flagging. Flagging is when so don't point the barrel at anything you don't intend to shoot ever. So that's called flagging. Don't do it. And I hate it when I see posts because I am on some, firearms pages and stuff like that. That's probably why the algorithm thinks that I'm much more right wing than I am.
Hmm.
But I am on some of those pages and I see people like showing off their firearms, being like, look at my new toy. And that drives me nuts. It's not a
Mm.
fucking toy.
Right.
Don't refer to it as a toy. Get rid of that culture immediately.
Yeah.
Like it's a firearm
Yeah.
and it should be treated like it is loaded at all times.
This leads into another topic we were talking about earlier and uh, forgot about
Hmm.
the mass shootings over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
There was a mass shooting at Brown University,
Hmm.
and the clowns at the FBI detained the wrong person, completely doxed him, put out his LinkedIn, his social media
Hmm.
profiles, potentially ruined this guy's life and career
Yeah.
because Cash Patel is a fucking clown
Cash Patel
and
has no law enforcement experience, by the way.
none
He's the
whatsoever.
head of
He's a
the
fucking
FBI.
podcaster.
It's a fucking joke.
It would be like if I became the head of the FBI,
You might be more qualified than he is. I
probably.
don't know. It's a low bar.
Yeah. So fucked up this poor kid's life probably, and the actual uh shooter is still at large.
Hmm. Yeah.
I think two killed, 10
Yeah, two
shot,
two
something
dead
like
and like
that.
10 injured or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And then this next one, I have some things to say about this that might be a little controversial. So,
Hmm.
the shooting in Australia.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Bondi Beach.
mhm.
Hmm.
It was a Hanukkah celebration, and
Hmm.
like 16 people were killed or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was a lot.
And
Yeah,
it was two men,
16.
father and son,
Hmm.
and automatic weapons or semi-automatic weapons are banned in Australia. So these were two men using bolt action rifles,
Hmm.
firing that quickly, killing that many people that quickly.
Yeah.
That takes training, I would say.
Yes.
Maybe they're lucky, but I
Mm.
would guess that that takes some sort of training.
At least one of them had military experience, I would guess.
Yeah.
Probably.
And I think the father's dead and the
Hmm.
son is in critical condition, I think.
Hmm.
One guy tackled the son, and I don't know how many people he likely saved, but he
Yeah.
tackled that guy, got the gun away from him, which was pretty badass. Both shooters were Muslim,
Hmm.
and the guy who tackled them was also Muslim, which is kind of ruining some of the narrative that the
Right.
right wing are pushing.
It's almost
You
like
know,
they're not just a single-minded collective and are
right,
actually just individual people.
right, weird.
Wild.
Yeah. There's some narratives going around that it was intentionally attacking Jewish people due to the rise of anti-Zionism because of the genocide they're perpetrating.
Hmm.
And here's where it gets controversial. The media pushes narratives
Hmm.
like it's not a genocide, and being anti-Zionist is the same thing as being anti-Semitic. It further jeopardizes Jewish people's safety by conflating those two. And then you
Right.
get radical weirdos who think that all Jews are responsible for the
Yeah.
genocide
And
because
that and that all Jews
Zionism and
support.
Judaism is the same thing.
Right.
And yeah, that all Jews support the
Right.
genocide.
Israel. Yeah.
And it's just not true. And
Hmm.
it's I would argue that pushing that narrative is anti-Semitic because it puts Jewish people at risk
Yeah.
of violence towards them
Yeah.
because conflating those two things to some people makes them think that all Jews are guilty, which is not
Right.
true.
Hmm.
100% not true. I want to make it abundantly clear what I'm
It's
saying
almost like.
is that that is not true, but
Mhm.
organizations like the ADL saying that being anti-Zionist is being anti-Semitic
Yeah.
is causing more harm than
Which
good to the Jewish people.
Which, by the way, is the same talking point that a lot of Nazi groups have too. They
Right.
have the same
Yeah.
fucking talking point. They say it in a different tone,
Right.
but it's the same words.
And
Yeah,
I
it's
want to be abundantly clear that I'm anti-fascist,
well,
and the genocide that Zionist Israel is doing to the Palestinians is fascism. And that's why I'm opposed to it. It has nothing to do with religious affiliation, race, anything like that. It's simply because they're doing a fascism.
I mean, did you see the I can't remember what it was, some Republican event. And some groypers got I don't know if they got kicked out or if they were just standing outside.
Oh,
Um
the little rumble.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a progressive Jewish guy who was there handing out, like he was like trying to give them little swastika flags, and the one
Right.
guy took it and was just like, "Yeah," he was like, "I wish Donald Trump was a Nazi. This is
Yep.
awesome." Um, and the poor progressive guy just kept arguing with him, just like, "Yeah, I mean, you're
Yeah.
talking to a wall, basically, dude."
Yeah.
Um, but one one of the other guys standing there just walked up and bitch slapped him.
Hmm.
It was pretty satisfying to see that. But
Yeah.
before that happened, the fucking Groiper guy. He was like, "Are you Jewish?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm the guy who handed him the swastika."
Right.
And was like, "Here, you're a Nazi, so have this Nazi banner."
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, I am Jewish, proud Jewish."
Mhm.
And the guy was like, "Go back to Israel." And I think the guys after that said something like, "I've never even been to Israel."
Right.
Like he was clearly an American.
Yeah.
Like, but that's the thing. Those are the other groups of people who are trying to conflate those things. Like he's
Right.
like, "Oh, you're Jewish, so you should just be in Israel." That's why a lot of Nazis really, really, really like ethno-states,
Right.
like Israel, because they
Right.
think there's a place for everybody and everybody in their fucking place.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how
and
they think.
that's why Nick Fuentes supports what they're doing
Yeah,
because he wants an ethno state here.
right. Yeah, because they're like, we have set precedents now. There
Yeah.
is an ethno-state.
Right.
Now we can just make more ethno-states using that as a map.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I don't believe in ethno-states for anybody.
Right.
I think everybody should be safe traveling anywhere in the world.
I
We're
mean,
all one
yeah.
species. We have one planet. As far as we know, this is the only place in the entire fucking universe where we can survive.
Right.
So I don't understand why we limit ourselves the way that we do.
So I do love how the right is still eating itself. I mean, they're even worse than leftists right now with their infighting between
Yeah.
like Nick Fuentes and Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro and Tucker Carlson. And like
Hmm.
Tucker Carlson is just completely got rid of the dog whistles as well. Like he's full on fucking Nazi at this point. Dropping F slurs with Pierce Morgan,
Yeah.
that was wild.
Yeah.
And
I think Pierce
I'm
Morgan
here
actually
for it.
refused to say it. He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
he
don't think
did.
I want
He's
to.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what I would have followed it up with was, well, if you'll say anything because you're not supposed to, what about the N word?
Yeah.
You want to say that?
Yeah.
Back him into a corner,
Go.
see if he'd say it. I bet he would say it.
Oh, of course he would. Absolutely.
Uh,
I mean,
but
Fuentes says it.
yeah, of
So,
course.
I
I'm
mean,
here for it, but again, the enemy of your enemy is still your enemy. Do
right,
not take sides on this because there's
right.
no winning side. They're all fascist pieces of shit.
Stand back. Let's build our parallel structures within
Yeah,
leftist movements. Let's make let's build bridges between different, leftist ideologies. Um,
yeah,
and just kind of wait for them to just kind of implode.
yeah,
They'll take care of it themselves. We don't need to do anything.
yeah.
They're already wearing their tinfoil hats. Candace Owens is losing her shit too.
Current, I would be interested. I am interested to see how the talk between Candace Owens and Erica Kirk goes. They're supposed to be doing that today sometime.
Yeah.
Uh, wild.
And Marjorie Taylor Greene was on The View. She's not your friend.
No,
She's having her
absolutely
moment right
not.
now because she's talking shit on Trump. She's talking shit on other right wing people.
Well, she just made some outlandish comment about queer people like
Yeah.
last week. Some horrible, hateful, bigoted
Right.
shit about queer people. Like she is not an ally
She's
at
not an
all.
ally. Just because she
None of these
recognizes that what's
motherfuckers are.
happening in Gaza is a genocide does not mean she's your ally. She's still Islamophobic. She's
Yeah,
still anti-Semitic.
yeah,
She's still homophobic. She's
yeah.
still, oddly enough,
Transphobic.
sexist,
Yeah,
transphobic, super transphobic. That might
yeah.
be her biggest phobic. Yeah, she's not your friend. She's not your ally.
None of these
It's
motherfuckers
it's
are.
it's funny to watch her say shit about Trump
Hmm.
now.
Yeah,
Well, it's that thing where, they're starting to realize the high of getting Trump back into office has faded. They're starting to realize, uh, oh, I have massive ideological disagreements with most of these people. All of them are realizing that.
yeah,
And I think a lot of Trump supporters, even like I mean, his numbers are way down because they're starting to realize, he's trying to say things aren't too expensive. That's all in your head. But I'm sorry to, a
it's a
poor
democratic
Trump voter
hoax.
in fucking West Virginia. They can see the reality of the fact that they can't afford groceries every week, that the
Yeah,
hospital in their town closed down,
yep.
that,
Their
they don't
health
have a
insurance
job
premiums
still.
are going up 400%.
Insurance premiums are going up. that yeah, like their wages are still down or they've just lost their job completely. Like they're living the reality of that. Like it's not to use like an old like, you know, like kind of redneck colloquialism, but like don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, like at some point they're going to have to face the fact that the common people, the people who voted for them, are living the reality of their country, and they
Yeah.
can't keep lying to them
Yeah.
because people know what reality they're fucking living in. I'm
Right.
sorry. I don't think the average person is that stupid.
No,
I think
absolutely
that
not.
even if you got roped in by Trump one, two, or three times, I mean, I know people who voted for Trump who are not stupid people.
Hmm.
They wanted lower taxes and smaller government, and they just always vote Republican because that's kind of how they think. So in some ways, they are kind of stuck in their ways. It's not their intelligence that's the problem. It's their inability to adapt
Yeah.
that has become the problem. And they are learning now that it's hitting them in their pocketbooks, now that it's hitting things like their health insurance and their groceries and their kids' schools and stuff like that. They are now learning how to adapt very quickly.
Right.
But I don't think the average American is stupid. I don't think the average American is a hateful person.
No.
I mean,
I mean,
you can tell,
again, at the end of the day, most people just want to be able to take care of their family and pay their bills.
right? Well, and you're seeing how small the hardcore MAGA movement actually was.
Hmm.
People voted Republican because they've just always voted Republican.
Hmm.
But the actual diehard like MAGA people, that was not that big of a segment of our
Right.
country.
Like maybe 20%, if that.
Right. Right.
Well, no, because I mean, well, yeah, I mean, probably because with independence, but when
Yeah.
you break down voter registrations
Hmm.
of voters, there's a shit ton of people that don't vote and aren't registered to vote. So this is
Hmm.
just a sample, but I think it's a broad enough sample that it explains the majority of the country.
Yeah.
26% are Republican, 26% are Democrat, and everybody else is independent.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Hmm.
I would say, I mean, with like hardcore MAGA support and independents, probably 20%
Hmm.
would still, I mean, I think polls show like 31% are still supporting Trump.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of misguided people as well.
And if the Democrats can figure out how the fuck to actually offer something, how the fuck to talk to people without talking down to them.
If they would just offer one tangible thing, like
Yeah.
we're going to run on raising the minimum wage. Great.
Right.
That would win
Hmm.
you a ton of elections.
Yeah.
We're going to run on Medicare for all. Great.
Yep.
That would win you so many seats.
We're going
Jeez.
to we're going to run on, we when we say family first, we mean family first. So we're going to
Right.
offer, a public
Childcare,
option for daycare
mhm,
before school age for
free
working
college.
parents. Yeah. Like, yeah, free technical school and
Mhm,
starting with technical school and community college at least,
mhm. Yeah.
you know, that would win a lot of voters. They can't just keep offering nothing and saying, well, we're just not Trump because at the end of the day, that's proven
It's
to
not
not be
enough.
enough. It's
Yeah,
not
it's not
enough.
enough. You have to stand for something and not stand
Right.
on things. Fucking Beto O'Rourke.
Right. And one of the reasons why progressive candidates do as well as they do is because, at least some of the ones I've seen, they don't talk down to people.
Mhm.
Zoran Mamdani didn't talk down to people. He actually got like there were Republicans backing him.
Dude, I mean, I loved watching him out on the streets with people. He looks
Yeah.
so happy to be there. He looks
Yeah.
so fucking stoked to be around people and to talk to people and see what's important to them. And
Hmm.
like, I don't know if you can fake that, he
Yeah.
seems like he genuinely cares.
Right.
And that entices people. That
Hmm.
kind of enthusiasm, that kind of joy at talking
Hmm.
to people will get people excited because you're
Hmm.
excited, you know. I mean,
Right.
that person is excited, so it's exciting to other people. Like
Yeah.
it gives them something to vote for, not
I
something to
mean,
vote against. And
even
he had a plan. He had
right.
issues that he was running on.
Right. Yeah. He stood for. He was
And
offering
Democrats don't
something.
fucking do that. They don't
Right.
offer a fucking thing.
Well, and that's why they were terrified of him fucking winning,
Right.
is because they know if that becomes the standard, then they're gonna have to start offering shit.
Right.
Honestly, out of the three of them, out of Silva, Cuomo, and Mamdani,
Hmm.
Cuomo was my least favorite of the three.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, man, I might have even voted for the Republican over Cuomo. Jesus, like
Yeah.
he's terrible.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's not unbelievable, but it's just like how short-sighted and fucking arrogant to think like, no, I just need to win
Right.
because it's supposed to be mine.
Right. It's
How
supposed
fucking
to be mine.
entitled.
Yeah.
How fucking entitled is that shit?
Yeah, I mean, that's what Clinton did in
Yeah,
2016, you know,
it's just, and
and
that's what
tried to
Harris
do
is going to
in
do in
2008.
2028. It's just
Uh,
supposed to be mine. It's just supposed to be.
Harris does not, she doesn't have a chance,
No. Mm-mm. But
especially not in a primary. I mean, there will
we
be a
we
huge
need
primary.
we need a good progressive candidate that, like an actual progressive. We need somebody who has a lot of that energy of Zoran Mamdani.
Hmm.
Obviously, he can't run for president, so he wasn't
Hmm.
born here. But we need, yeah, like somebody who can kind of match that energy and get people excited and
Hmm.
actually fucking offer something and actually
Right.
follow through, unlike Obama.
Hmm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, oh, people say Obama ran on issues, but he didn't.
Hmm.
He offered the
Hmm.
platitude of hope and change.
Yeah.
Like that's not issues. It worked in that election. I don't think it'll
Right.
work again.
No.
You have
Fool
to
me
like
once.
right material benefits or nothing.
Hmm.
I mean
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. Like I mean electoral politics is mostly useless uh
It is.
for to affect change.
Yeah.
But you know if somebody's offering material benefits, then I will certainly be more
Hmm.
interested in supporting them.
Right. And we've got, there's progressive candidates running all over the country. Zoran
Mhm.
Mamdani is a great example because he's known
Mhm.
everywhere. But here in Chicago, we've got Kat Abigazale.
Hell yeah.
She's a good progressive candidate. We got John McCombs. He's a good progressive candidate. They're running for representatives of their respective districts. I don't know if you guys do you have any progressive candidates in Kansas?
Not that I've heard of yet.
Yeah.
I don't think our primaries are getting started yet for
Hmm.
2026.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard anything yet. We'll see.
Mm. Yeah.
Our governor's race is starting to heat up.
Hmm.
And the Democratic candidates all fucking suck.
Yeah.
So
Is your governor rerunning or is she done?
she turned out.
Oh, she did.
Mhm. Kelly, she's a
Hmm.
Democrat. She's been all right.
Yes.
Not great,
Yeah.
but I mean,
I can't believe
she's helped
how long
protect trans kids and abortion.
how
So
how long has she been governor? She's been governor a while.
2 terms.
I mean, I honestly like, yeah, I mean, good for her. I am surprised a Democrat at all got elected in
Well,
Kansas twice. Yeah,
Sebelius did too.
Sebelius.
But yeah, I mean, can't I mean, there's lots of red states that have Democratic governors every now and
Yeah.
again.
There's
Just
blue states that
because.
have Republican governors.
Yeah, I would guess that as bad as Trump is flailing right now, we
Hmm.
might get another Democrat for
Yeah.
governor. Um, the ones running are shit though. They're not
Yeah.
fucking good.
Yeah.
But the
Standard liberals.
Republicans are even fucking worse. I mean,
Who guys is Chris
Ty
Kobach
fucking
running?
no, I don't think he is,
Good.
but Ty
Fuck that
Masterson
guy.
is. Look that piece of shit up. Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good. Uh,
Hmm.
Trump offered farmers what, $12 billion to bail
Yeah.
them out.
Yeah.
How much did he give Argentina? 60?
40, was
48?
it 60? It was,
I think it
yeah.
started at 48 and went up to 60 billion.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I heard farmers are still pissed because they don't want to bail out. They want to be able to sell their
Right.
product. They don't
Right.
they don't want to be bailed out.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, it goes against everything Republican voters say that they're against.
Right. Yeah.
So, but we keep doing it. Both parties do it.
Yeah.
Republicans and Democrats both do. They love their bailouts
Yeah.
of certain industries and people.
He's lost all of the gains he made with Hispanic and Black voters,
Yeah. If he
minus
loses
some
rural
more.
America,
Yeah.
he's done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all he has left.
Hmm.
All he'll have left after that are, the evangelicals, which is they're a pretty powerful voting bloc, but they're not
But they're
that
really
big,
small.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still think I think the biggest individual Christian denomination in the United States is still Catholicism. And then
Oh,
you've
is it?
got, I think it is, yeah.
Mm.
Like if you take each, like if you count
Right, right.
Protestantism as one thing, then yeah, it's bigger.
Right, right. But
But
like
it's
all
basically
this
it's not
different
one
sects,
thing.
Lutherans,
Yeah.
Methodists,
Mhm.
what else is there? Presbyterians,
Yeah.
Baptists,
Southern Baptists.
yeah,
Mhm.
Universalists, no, just, uh,
Yeah.
Church of Christ,
Unitarians.
whatever.
Jews for Jesus, which is oddly a Christian organization.
Is it because they're God's chosen people?
I
Is
think
that
they
why they
just
call
want,
themselves
yeah,
Jews,
I think
even
so.
though
But
they're
they
Christians?
are they are all Gentiles, my friend, who just like to call themselves Jews for Jesus for reasons.
Reasons.
I always
Is it
wonder,
so they
like,
can be, is it so they can be anti-Semitic and have cover?
wasn't there a whole Seinfeld episode about that? Yeah,
Probably.
Brian Cranston was the guest star.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a very
He's a
young
delight.
Brian Cranston.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He played somebody who converted to Judaism so he could make Jewish jokes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a dentist.
Oh, Larry David.
Larry David, yeah.
Oh,
The actual
is that
genius
the
behind that show.
anti-dentite?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
And the whole episode ends when Jerry starts dating somebody and they're telling anti-dentist jokes
Uh-huh.
together and laughing.
Uh-huh.
And Jerry says something like, dentist, is there anybody worse? And she's like, I can't think of anybody except maybe the Jews. And then
Yeah.
and then the credits roll. And that's the end of the episode.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Larry David, so funny.
Yeah.
Not Jerry Seinfeld.
No.
He is only funny when speaking Larry David's lines.
Right. Yeah.
Is there anything you want to plug before we go?
Oh, yeah. We just played a show Saturday, a benefit
Hmm.
show for foster kids.
Nice.
And we got a pretty big box of toys and raised $100 for foster kids. So that was fun.
Cool.
And we played with two of the dudes from The Embarrassment, the regionally famous punk rock band from the late 70s, early 80s from Wichita, Kansas.
Hmm.
And I chatted with Bill Imbo, is what his stage name, Bill Imbo, about coming on the podcast to talk about the late 70s, early 80s Wichita punk rock scene. And he said that he is down, so I'll be reaching out to him soon.
Sweet.
So we may have him as a guest.
Hmm.
Okay, so our next show will be January 10th at Kirby's. We're playing with Verrucht. They Watch Us from the Moon. And Jesters in Bronze. They Watch Us from the Moon is from Lawrence.
Hmm.
So I'm stoked to hear them and play with out of town band. And Verrucht is one of the bands we've been trying to play with for a little while. We had their drummer on as a guest
Hmm.
a couple episodes ago. And yeah, I'm stoked to do that. And then January 16th, I believe, is the first night of Meat Fest at Kirby's, which we will be playing as well at 6:45 p.m. So it'll be a really early show for us, but we're old, so it'll be nice. But
Yeah.
Meat Fest is a yearly festival at Kirby's where they barbecue meats and have bands play.
I was going to ask which
So
kind of meat it is. Like you meet people or that
no, no,
you eat meat.
you eat meat and you
Okay.
meat people,
You could meet people.
and you could throw meat at people.
You could while meeting them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Meat Fest is coming up. That'll be fun. And that's all we have. Hopefully we're done playing cover songs and we can just focus on our songs. We played a Christmas song on Saturday. We played Showcase Showdown, Merry Christmas, I Fucked Your Snowman,
Nice.
which covers are fun, but we always play them really sloppily. And I'm stoked to just be focused on our stuff and making our set tighter. It'll be a good time.
Well,
I think we're going to be recording in January too. So
oh, sweet.
watch out for that.
Cool.
I think we're going to put a 4-song EP out and then do a demo with some more songs on it. We'll see
Nice.
how that all works.
But yeah. I may have found an illustrator for my children's book. Johnny hooked me up
Heyo.
with somebody who is an illustrator who lives in Minnesota.
Nice. That's awesome.
I sent her an email. I've not heard back yet, but I did just send it to her today. So
Yeah, Brad.
yeah, I'll give it a little bit of time.
Have we reached out to Laszlo yet for his role as Gary?
Oh, we have not. Hopefully if he listens to this, then he should know already
He
that
should
whenever
know.
we
Laszlo.
do make the film 50 Shades of
You've been a
Gary,
guest on the
you
show.
will be cast, no audition needed, as the title character, Gary, no last name. Yeah. So
Oh, it's not
start
Shades.
getting
It's
ready.
not Gary Shades.
Could be. Sure. Okay, that's his name, Gary Shades. That will give me a little more plausible deniability when I inevitably get sued by the 50 Shades of Grey people. They're like, no, his name's Gary Shades. You have a book too? I didn't even know that. What a wacky coincidence. It's like when I got sued by Marvel for the Arachnid Kid and the Indubitable Bulk.
Yes.
Major USA.
Yes. Brilliant.
And the
I
Badger. Yeah.
love it. The Badger.
And Biclops.
I thought it was Monoclops.
Monoclops, yeah. I like Biclops because that just means he has 2 eyes.
2 eyes, right?
50 Shades of Gary, still working on it. Children's book, hopefully we'll be wrapping up soon. Now that I have an illustrator, hopefully, knock on wood, she gets back to me and I can afford her. So I guess that'll be the other caveat too. But yeah, whenever I actually get that produced, I'll probably be releasing that digitally for free. If anybody wants printed copies, I'll need to get a whole lot of people requesting them before I actually do something like spend money to print them. So read it to your kids. It'll make them cry, probably. It's about loss. I probably should have led with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I started to write it, or I initially wrote it when our dog died last year.
Yeah.
So, but it's not about a dog. We got anything else?
Happy holidays.
Oh yeah, we need to thank our patrons.
Johnny, Mr. Power, Alec, Adam, Christopher. Thank you.
There we
love
go.
you.
Thanks. You keep the lights on.
Yeah.
And don't forget to go to www.prairiepunkpress.com where you can find all of our links and all kinds of other stuff. We have so far gotten 1 request for merch, but we're going to need way more than 1 request. So if you want merch, hit us up. But we need to see those requests flooding in. Yeah, and tell your friends to like and subscribe. Make sure they're subscribing.
Tell your
Make
grandma.
sure they're downloading. Tell your grandma. Your grandma will love us. We
Yes.
give good grandparent.
We're sweet boys.
We do. We are. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
You don't hear my silence. You don't know what it means. I can see this violence. Skirts red. Cloud your wings. You know exactly what I mean.
Ah, the French champagne.